deflects off him and out for the throw. And his Guedes appeared to have been called over, and so too Manu Vallejo. So it looks like we're going to have a double change from Valencia, unless Manu Vallejo just decided he's warming up. He doesn't need his gloves on anymore, but certainly we can see Guedes there going into the dugout now. He's going to be coming on as Manu Garcia is the first change for Alaves, and that is a defensive-minded change with Jota coming off and Manu Garcia, central midfielder, coming on. We'll see what it does to the shape.
Yeah,
maybe going to be a 4-5-1 now with Lucas Perez dropping back to the right, but he's carrying the attack forward at the moment. Rioja ahead of him, but Vas in a good position. Very calmly done by Jaume Domenech, Vas and Gabriel. And then Racic out to Gaya. Manu Garcia at the moment in the right midfield position, as it's helped forward to Cheryshev. And now Kang In Lee trying to flick. I think he was looking to send it into the path of Gamero there. Lucas Perez going down, but so too does Gabriel, and it's the Valencia man who gets the decision. Free kick for the visiting team.
Yeah, I think the referee was right to give a free kick in this one, because he lost his feet and he knew he couldn't get the ball, and I think he pulled the Paulista down.
Knee in the backside.
Yeah, we'll see here. Control was not bad. He went a little bit, and then he just lost his feet here and put the Paulista into the ground. We'll see here. Well, just had a crash, both of them.
Yeah, Gabriel got in front of the man, although he didn't make contact with the ball, but it is going to be a free kick for Valencia, and it is going to be a double change. Firstly, Kang In Lee makes way with Gonzalo Guedes coming on.
Yeah, I mean, Vallejo, I think, is going to go up front with Gameiro, and obviously Guedes is going to go to one side, this left-hand side, and Musa playing the right-hand side.
With Cheryshev coming off.
That's right.
So Cheryshev and Kang In Lee off. Vallejo and Guedes on. Guedes on to the left wing with Vallejo up front alongside Gamero. So really a 4-4-2 now rather than the 4-4-1-1, and that's a lovely ball. Gamero is in, but he can't beat Pacheco at the near post. Saved by the goalkeeper. Might have been going wide, but Pacheco obviously wasn't to know that. Stood strong, and Gamero from a narrow angle couldn't find the finish, but it was a beautiful touch into his path by Manu Vallejo. What a first touch that was.
Absolutely. First of all, it's great pass by Vas, that position, so he really sees the pass, and then the first touch of Vallejo is brilliant.
Vas cuts it back for the shot, this time by Soler. It's going to bounce down towards Musa, who might shepherd it out for the corner if he can. Not sure he did, though, as a challenge came in.
Yeah, I think he thought it was an offside position, trying to get a corner, but at the end he couldn't.
There's Gamero just thrashing it straight into the chest of Pacheco, who stood tall. Sometimes you see goalkeepers go down, don't you? And he didn't do that.
Yeah, he's standing his feet. Great save. It wasn't the best finish anyway by Gamero, but it's a better Valencia this second half. The start of the game is a lot better. They gave away a corner in the first minute, but after that they started attacking and trying to get one goal back and trying to get a chance to get something from the game.
Vas sending it long, looking for Gamero. The header sends it in towards Guedes, who goes down. Is that going to be a penalty? No, says the referee. Gonzalo Guedes looking to make an instant impact as he ran on to the loose defensive header by Florian Lejeune. Let's see the replay. There's the header. Guedes running in. Oof.
Well, I think we're going to see the VAR when the ball goes out.
Yeah.
I think so.
The VAR official is Melero Lopez. He will be looking at it now. The play hasn't stopped since that incident, but when we have a stoppage, it'll be interesting to see. Here's Manu Garcia. Now there is that stoppage. He's fouled by Guedes. As we reach the hour mark, let's have another look at it.
Oh well, that's you know, a high challenge. Anyway, I don't know if it's enough or not to give a penalty, but it wasn't. You know, it just kicked him in the arm. Is that enough for a penalty?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
It could be. It could be.
That's right.
I mean, Guedes seemed to make contact with the ball. He was running in to shoot. His next touch would have been a shot, and clearly it's being considered by the VAR official Melero Lopez, who may advise Jaime Latre to go and look at the screen. If he does, you'd think it would be a penalty. See it again.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna give the responsibility for you know, to the referee, because it's not an easy decision. This one it was a high challenge. You know, he didn't touch the ball, he touched the player, and that's enough for the referee. I think he can, you know, he can say, you know, he can give a penalty, or it'll be okay. If you don't give it, I don't know. Well, probably it'll be okay as well. But you
could argue it either way.
That's right. But for my opinion, I think is a penalty.
That's what we want. Opinions, not being on the fence.
No.
I
always give my opinion, and I think is a penalty. But if he doesn't give it away, then you think, well, he thinks that it's not enough, you know, to give a penalty in this case. But for me, you know, he didn't touch the ball. He touched the player.
He certainly didn't touch the ball.
That's right, and that's usually is a penalty.
And Guedes did. Guedes.
That's right.
Maybe his first touch took it too far ahead of himself to get a shot away, but that's irrelevant, really. He got to the ball first, and then there was contact from the defender.
Yeah, but probably, you know, the referee can think he got the ball by his hand. You know,
yeah, but his hand was by his side.
That's right. You know, it's a lot.
And it is going to be reviewed. So looks like you might be right, Naeem, because normally when a referee is advised to have a look,
that's right,
there's enough to overturn the original decision. It's all down to the opinion now of Jaime Latre. The referee will
absolutely. It's not easy. I mean, we've seen the, you know,
it's a high foot.
Image for, you know, for I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times, and even though we've got a little doubt, you know, I mean, I think it's a penalty. I don't know if it's gonna think that it's handball or no. We'll see. The only thing that he's not giving a penalty because he thinks that is a handball. That's my opinion.
And we will find out now. And is a free kick the other way, handball, yeah.
That's right.
Well, this handball law, it is ambiguous, because if you have your hand by your side, then it shouldn't be a penalty, and he did. He had it tucked really close to his body, but he did sort of lean into the ball with his arm. I mean, there's...
And he wasn't even looking at the ball, because he was expecting the kick.
You could say that's because he was being fouled.
Yeah, that's right. I mean...
I don't know.
It's not an easy decision,
no.
That's, you know...
No, but it's not a penalty. So Alaves with a reprieve, and Shimon Navarro, who's been at the heart of the action, scored the opening goal, then won the penalty, then nearly conceded a penalty.
Yeah, very unlucky for Guedes to touch the ball by his arm. If you know, I think.
Well, the other thing you could say is that he touched it with his arm because he was closing up his body to protect himself, because he knew the challenge was coming. So if he'd left himself open to being kicked, then he would have had a penalty, yeah? It's a debatable decision either way.
That's
could have debated it either way, but here's Guedes on the ball. He overruns it, and Ruben was Rioja stepping in to make the clearance.
Yeah, a lot better this second half by Valencia. Not making the clear chances. Only Bueno Gameiro had the clearest one, but he couldn't score. And they need, you know, to score a goal very, very soon to have a chance here to get something. but they're doing well this second half.
And you certainly feel that the game has the feel that if Valencia do get one, they'll have every chance of getting another.
Absolutely.
Alaves at the moment aren't in the game at all as an attacking force, as Vallejo picks it up. No flag at the moment. Guedes gives it wide to Gayat. Clearance made by Logaria. Stays in.
Yeah, what a good passer is Bas. He just put the ball through those Alaves lines brilliantly.
They win it back high up the field. And it's a good challenge now by Pina, who will try to burst away, reprieve the pressure that has been growing. And we are 20 minutes into the second half now. Alaves still with the lead, but looking more vulnerable than they have at any other time.
Yeah, because Valencia are moving the ball quicker. They found in those spaces we were talking about in the first half, behind the Alaves midfielders. They moving. The strikers are, they moving a lot. The thing is that we haven't seen Musa yet in this game, and how important he was in the last few games.
It's Gamero who's certainly getting more and more involved. Nicely worked. Pass from Racic is a little bit behind Guedes, but he's able to get there. Flips it forward, looking for Vallejo. Cut out, and here's Joselu. That pass is inaccurate though, and Guillamon can go across to win it back for Valencia. Of course, the danger for Valencia is that as they throw more men forward in search of a goal, they'll leave spaces, and Alaves are an effective counter-attacking team, as they try to show here with the layoff from Perez, not quite finding Joselu. Soler. Racic turning away from a couple of challenges. Does well there to hold on to possession and works the pass out to the left. Run being made by Manu Vallejo, does really well. And the deflected cross goes behind for a corner. Well, it's been a bright start from Manu Vallejo, nearly set up a goal with his first touch. And a good run there as well. A player that we saw star on the opening day of the season with 2 goals against Levante. He's been fairly quiet since then, but it's Guedes with the strike, and it was a dangerous low effort. And Pacheco had to dive to his right to stop creeping inside his near post, and Valencia getting closer and closer.
Yeah, that gets it. That's Javi Garcia wants, to take the players on, 1v1, scoring goals from those positions. That he scored a lot of goals going inside. Good move.
Manu Garcia able to find Lucas Perez. Alaves, for once, have got hold of the ball. That's something they've not really done at all in this second half yet. But Garcia back to Battaglia, working across the back line for Lejeune, and that passage of possession will end now with a rather aimless loft forward by Lejeune.
Yeah, Vallejo gave that little spark that they need to press high. He's pressing now the central backs, and they're giving the ball away with that kind of pressure. It's important to have a player like that pressing the central backs, and Vallejo is doing that and trying to get the ball as quick as possible.
Long ball for Guedes to try and run onto. It's well defended by Chimo Navarro. Guedes again feels he was fouled, but the referee didn't. Here's Battaglia. Gets away from Racic. Good play by Rodrigo Battaglia, who wins the free kick as well. He's, as I mentioned earlier, he does most of his work in front of the back four, but showing a good attacking side to his game there with the run.
Great job by Battaglia, keeping the ball, and helping in defense as well. He's very strong defensively. He's having a very solid game.
Double change coming up for Alaves, and it's one of them is John Guidetti going to come on up front, in place of Joselu. So that'll be a straight swap. One powerful, big centre forward replacing another. Guidetti has been rarely seen this season. He's only made 2 brief sub appearances, and they were both back in September. So it's actually his first appearance at all at home. But they're not going to make the changes yet, by the look of it.
No, I mean, they try to get this set piece if Cancelo can score from here, because he's very good in set pieces.
And the ball comes in towards him, it's flicked on, and what a chance now! And it is fired in by Victor Logadia, but the whistle is blown. I don't think it's going to stand. Handball, is it, against the defender? The referee is again in consultation with his VAR assistant.
Yeah, I think that he's if it's an offside, it wasn't an offside, maybe a handball.
Well, we didn't really get a good look from that angle. We will here, yeah.
Handball.
Well done, referee. Not easy to spot that first time, full speed, but
Fantastic.
He did.
Yeah.
And so a strike from Logadia will count for nothing.
Yeah, it was when I was an assistant coach in Zaragoza, and it was, I think, 2008 or something like that. It was a player of mine, very good lad. Had a really bad injury in his knee. He broke his cruciate, but he worked really hard, and he deserved it. He's been playing in this top level.
And now we do have the changes.
Yeah.
Would have been quite ironic if Joselu had towered to head that in, but he's off the pitch now, and so too is Lucas Perez. So it's a change up front. Borja Sainz normally will play on the flank, so he will go wide right, one would think, and Guidetti up front on his own. So it's going to be a 4-5-1 now.
That's right. Borja went the right-hand side. You can see it there.
Yeah, very clearly. There's a good demonstration of the line of five. Manu Garcia coming out to press, but will now head back into midfield as
4 in the back, 5 in the middle, and 1 up front.
Guidetti, the sub, on his own up front. Zracic. Now Gamero, can he get there? He can square it, and there's the tap in for Manu Vallejo, and they've got one back. Vallejo was behind the ball when Gamero played it to him, so no question of offside. The goal had been coming for a while, and it's Vallejo really making an impact from the bench. He's been very bright in the 10 minutes or so that he's been on. Racic with the first pass, then Guedes. Ooh, now that's tight. I think the boot of Lejeune is enough to play Gamero on. It will be checked, but I think
he's on as well.
I think he's on, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on as well, but
and then Vallejo was definitely on, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. But the way that Gamero was thinking about that Vallejo is there is fantastic. We're talking about high-class player, and Gamero had great assist. Because usually when you striker, just go for the goal, but if he thought that the best position is his teammates Vallejo. That he's been in the second half. The difference in sparklers, in rhythm, in pressing high. We're talking about he's working hard.
Here's the pass. Now look at the boot of Lejeune.
Yeah,
his left foot. You can see the white boot.
Yeah, it's on. I think. Yeah.
I think that will be enough.
Yeah, I think he's on.
But it's all action this second. Well, the last few minutes we've had a penalty not given, a goal disallowed, and now a goal which probably will be allowed. If so, it'll be a third of the season for Manu Vallejo, who, as I mentioned, scored a couple on the opening day.
Well, you don't think that they're going to give the responsibility again to the referee, but
not with offside, no.
No.
I don't think so.
No,
I think it will be someone drawing lines on the screen.
Right.
And that process is going on at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, from our position here, looking at the screen, that he looks that Gamero was on. You're right about the boots of Lejeune, and his shoulder. That I think it doesn't count in the offside position. Probably can be in that position, but it's part of the body that doesn't count to score a goal.
Well, it depends which part of the shoulder, doesn't it? Well, that's another grey area.
He's given a goal.
But he's given the goal, and there, look at the white boot. You can see it poking through. His hand might have been offside, but you definitely can't score with a hand.
That's
so
right.
The goal does stand, and we have a big 15 minutes coming up now. Valencia well and truly back in it. They've been threatening to get back in it really since the half-hour mark of this game, as Guidetti barges through too physically. Free kick given, and Valencia have got to fancy it now, Naeem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got 15 minutes to go after, and obviously the extra time.
We'll probably have about 5 minutes of added time, because we've had the substitutions plus those VAR delays, especially the look at the penalty. So really, Valencia have got about 20 minutes.
Well, game is having Battaglia having a great game in that midfield position, holding midfield.
There's Guidetti, can't find a teammate and runs through Gabriel. But for Alaves, it's so easy to do when you're leading in a game. They've fallen into the trap of just going defensive. There's been very little attacking impetus from them, and it's going to be hard for them to get out of that mindset now, and really that just invites Valencia on.
Yeah, that's right. And we were talking about Vallejo. I think he's been the difference in this second half. Look at that flick. It's been really good for his team.
Hey, nearly combined with Gamero again. It's Vas now. Vallejo, Musa, Soler challenged and a free kick given.
Yeah, now Soler is step a little bit, you know, his position. He's just playing behind the Alaves midfielders, trying to get the ball from there. He got it in the goal of Valencia, and now he's trying to get a ball in those kind of positions that is very dangerous, because he thinks so quick and he's very accurate in the pass.
There's a crispness and zip about Valencia that was really evident earlier in the game, and from a disastrous start, conceded twice in the first 15 minutes. They're giving themselves a real chance of rescuing something. See Davison warming up for Alaves as Soler plays it towards the far post, headed in, there's the equaliser, and it's Guillamon. Well, the equaliser did come very quickly indeed. 2 goals in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes for Valencia. Unmarked Guillamon, picked out perfectly by the delivery from Soler, and the perfectly placed header from the young defender, getting his first goal of the season. And I think Battaglia's playing him on.
That's right, absolutely spot on, and the Battaglia is playing him on. But one thing is that bad defending by Alaves. Great ball by Soler anyway, and happy for this man. I mean, he had a really big mistake giving a penalty away, and now he's scoring the equalizer. You know, a young man that you need these kind of things, you know, to build up his confidence. I mean, you can see here Javi Gracia very happy for the draw, but you know,
could be a lot more than that as well.
That's
There's a long time to go in this game.
Great job by this man.
The last time Hugo Guillamon scored a goal was last December against Andorra, when he was playing for Valencia's B team. Since then, he's progressed into the senior squad. This is his first goal in his 14th appearance for Valencia. And assuming it stands, which my impression was that Battaglia was playing him on.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're looking for another thing. I don't know. But obviously it was on in the goal, because Battaglia was there. You can see it here, absolutely on. You know, the 3 of Valencia players are on because Battaglia was in the wrong position there.
Yeah, he dropped off a couple of yards, didn't he? And
right.
Is that just a lack of concentration from Battaglia, not following the line of the defence?
Yeah, absolutely. I know, for his teammates to tell him that you know, he should go a couple of yards in the up front and keep the line. You know, he couldn't see the line because he was looking at the ball. But you've got a teammate who can tell you that.
So Valencia really turning this one around, and as I mentioned, the problem for Alaves now is that they're in such a negative mindset, in that they were really just defending for the last half hour. It'd be hard for them to get out of that, and it's given away. And Valencia are on the break here with Vallejo. He's got Gamero outside on one side. Here's Guedes, and his delivery is behind Gamero, who otherwise would have had a tap in, but kept in by Soler. And here's Musa. Valencia are flying now. Looks for Vallejo, comes back towards Musa. Racic with the deflected shot that goes behind. A goal kick's been given. Looked to me like there was a huge defensive deflection on that.
Absolutely.
Which is what Racic is saying.
Yeah, but the referee didn't see it. I mean, it was a big deflection there, but you know, but I think the referee didn't see it. That's why he's giving. Yeah, that's right.
Well, Alaves, even though they survived that attack, at 6s and 7s now, in the same way that Valencia were pretty chaotic defensively at the start of the game, so too are Alaves now. They've just gone out of the game, and they've been so passive. Yeah. Now they're finding it really hard to even compete in the way they were earlier.
Yeah, and I think that's you know, to win a game you need your best strikers, and they're not in the game anymore. You know, you've got Guidetti there, and up front on his own, and obviously they can score in set piece because they are very strong, but they need to get near the Valencia box now, and they're struggling to do that. They didn't do that much in this second half. But again, all the credit for Valencia. They competed this second half very strongly.
And they have 8.5 minutes plus stoppage time to try and find a winner now. Gaia with the nutmeg running forward. Clever dummy by Gamero. Play's going to come back because Gaia was fouled as he released the pass. The referee had tried to allow the advantage to go, but when there was none, he then blew the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, Valencia, they improved collectively, but at the same time, individually, you know, the players, they perform a lot better. Gaia has been better this second half. Obviously, Gamero has been better second half. Soler has been better second half. Bas has been a lot better this second half, putting those passes. That's the difference. At the end, you know, individually, if you're performing well, you improve collectively. That's what happening in the second half.
Is Musa under pressure, but withstands it to find Racic. And Vas lofts it down the line. That's going out for a throw. But with Gamero in particular, he seems to have, I don't think it's a coincidence that he's looked a lot brighter and more involved. We see confirmation of the Battaglia right arm keeping those Valencia players on. But Gamero's looked a lot better ever since Vallejo has come on, as he's had a direct partner up front, because Kang In Lee before that was dropping off and going deeper.
That's right. It was on his own playing up front against the true centre backs, and now he's got a teammate that can help him in that movements and find spaces. You know, when you've got two strikers that and the same way, because they try to find the back of the defence, and they did that in great movement, and by you know, if you remember the pass from Vallejo by the first touch, it was brilliant, and obviously he's feeling comfortable now.
Here's Borja Sainz, the substitute for Alaves, sent it across towards Guidetti, but not quite to find him, away by Gabriel. Forward by LaGuardia, but can't be controlled by Chimo Navarro. So, Naim, from the player's point of view, you're a Valencia player now. You've come back, 2 goals, 2 down to 2-2. We'll just see if anything develops here as Pina comes forward. He's able to find Rioja. Cross towards the far post. Keeper comes, gets a hand on it. Gaia able to complete the clearance. Risky ball back to Jaume, who kicks clear. So if you're a Valencia player here, you've come back from 2 down, 2-2. Are you now thinking, right, let's go and win it? Or are you thinking, okay, we've got back into the game, let's not do anything silly, let's settle for what we've got? And similarly, Alaves, you were 2 up, now 2-2. Are you thinking we have to go back out there and get back into a winning position, or we just got to stop the bleeding and try not to concede yet another one?
Obviously, you have to think, if you can't win it, don't lose it. You know, this is very, very important, because a point is a point. But the way that the game went on, that you just coming back from 2 goals down and playing really good football and feeling a lot better than the opposition, you have to try to win the game. you know, as a Valencia player, and now I'm just gonna go forward and try to win the game the way they do it now. Look at this.
Right now, indeed, as Guedes spins it out to the right for Musa. Vas might shoot here, I think he did, but it was not far from the lunge of Manu Vallejo, who threw himself at the ball, and had he got any contact on it, may well have turned it in, and he wouldn't have been offside either.
Yeah, it's not bad strike. Nearly Vallejo got, you know, a nick of it, and he scored the third goal. But you know, you're in this mood because you just got back from 2 goals behind, and you're feeling really strong now, physically, mentally, technically. You see that you have a chance to get 3 points, and you have to take the risk.
Oh, look at this lovely footwork by Battaglia. He fancies 3 points as well.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I think he's been the best player of Alaves in that position.
Here's Rioja sending in the cross. It's cleared away by Soler. And that's going to go out for a throw, is it? No, it stays in. Ruben Duarte. No,
offside.
Offside.
Yeah.
Yes, Battaglia's been very good, except when he played Valencia onside for the goal that has got it back to 2-2. There's always something if you're a player. You can't have the perfect game, can you?
It's difficult if you're not Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. But you know, you can't give him the credit that the game is having. It's offensively very strong. With the ball, he's been really good. We haven't seen Battaglia playing with the ball in this way, and this game has been really fantastic.
There's Vas. Musa's making a run forward. Vas looks for him, but Duarte cuts it out, and it falls for John Guidetti, who brings it down. Now inside by Rioja to Battaglia. Duarte back to Lejeune, into midfield for Pina. Valencia of showing no sign of tiredness at the moment as they chase the ball, but they've got out of position here as Rioja comes in, steps onto his right foot, 3 to cut back for, and here's one of them. It's a shot from Manu Garcia that's blocked. The next shot taken on by Chimo Navarro, and that was blocked as well, and Valencia survive a rare scare in this second half. That was the first shot we've seen for quite a while from Alaves, and it came about from the good run down the left by Luis Rioja.
Yeah, Rioja all left-footed because you know, he had the chance to have a shot by his right foot, but you know, he hasn't got confidence in it. But it's a great movement from Alaves. But Valencia really now, you know, you can see the difference. They really defended together with a lot of people behind a lot of players, behind the ball. It's a different Valencia defending.
Good flick by Gamero to Musa, and Gamero now can open it up to the right for Guedes. Can he get past that challenge? He can't. Duarte does really well. If Guedes had beaten him, he would have been away down the right. They take the throw in quickly, showing their intent to try and go on and win the game, Valencia.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that, you know, Guedes I used to see with that sharpness. I think he needs a little bit more of competitive minutes to get that sharpness back.
Here's Gayat, arrows it in, and very nearly a miss-hit cross going in. I think there was a touch on that from Pacheco, turning it over for a corner. We'll see what's being given, but it certainly wasn't meant to be a shot. But yeah, he definitely got a hand on that.
Yeah, I think he wanted to cross it, but he went into the goal.
The corner is going to be retaken because the referee wants a word with the various pushing and pulling that's going on. I don't know who's more of the aggressor there.
Paulista, but I think he didn't see him. You know, he wanted to go back, and he just crashed against Duarte.
The corner taken short this time. Guedes with the clip. Guillamon heads it down, but can't find a teammate. And Manu Garcia will try to clear, claims that he was pulled back. Referee not interested. Manu Vallejo works the 1-2 with Gamero. Will he keep it in? Yes, just. But then it just got away from him as he maybe was caught in two minds about taking another touch to control or crossing. Yeah. It goes behind. 90 minutes are up, but a fair bit of stoppage time, I'd imagine, will be coming.
I think this man is just changes the game of Valencia, Vallejo.
Well, there he was getting the goal, a tap in.
Yeah, but it's not only the goal and the
8 minutes.
Oh.
But no, carry on. Yeah, not only the goal.
Yeah, just not only the goal, because he worked really hard, you know, pressing the Alaves defenders, getting the ball very, very quick and very high, and that's why, you know, Valencia are now, you know, 2-2 in the game.
And shows how well Valencia have done in this second half that Javi Gracia has only made 2 substitutions. But Alaves with Battaglia again coming forward, finding Guidetti, who can lay it back to Rioja. They've got plenty forward here if Rioja can get a cross in.
Battaglia is in the box. He's a tall man. 5
of them in the box, but none of them are found as it's hooked away by Guedes, and now a foul by Vallejo. And it's Alaves who are finding a second head of steam. Yeah,
they've been brave. I mean, they left 2 players against 2 there, with Gameiro and Vallejo against 2 defenders.
But Valencia have cleared their lines and they're on the break again now with Musa. Musa past one, into the area, past another, and again, drills it across goal, and it's scrambled away. Brilliant play by Yunus Musa, but it didn't quite yield a goal, and Alaves on the break now. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment with Sainz. He's got an awful lot to do. Oh, Guillamon conceding the foul. He felt he won the ball.
I think it was a very clear tackle, but the linesman thinks that it was a bad challenge. I don't know if he got the ball. If he got the ball, I think it wasn't a free kick. But here is the first time that we see Musa, you know, in the last few games, Musa's last few games. This is the first time in the 91 minute.
It was a lovely piece of skill from the new American international. Gaillard is saying he needs to come off by the look of it.
He should go down to into the ground and wait for the team.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, hamstring.
Yeah, that's right. Just go down.
So that's probably a couple of weeks at least that he'll be out.
Yeah, it depends how, you know, if he can stop now better, because it doesn't go worse. But at least it's what you said, on the between 2 and 4 weeks.
And that means that he will not play in Valencia's next game. I think we can assume that at least, and that is a big one next weekend at home against Atletico Madrid. So they'll be without their captain and one of their key players for that one. On comes Tony Lato, who is a natural replacement in the left-back position, someone who celebrated his birthday yesterday, 23 yesterday, Tony Lato, and he will come on for the final 5 minutes of added time, which will turn into more than 8 minutes in the end with this extra injury time in injury time.
Yeah, and Gaillard has been outstanding for the national team against Germany. He was one of the best players in that game. Obviously, it's too many games in a short period of time, you know, and the level of the rhythm of the La Liga is really high, and obviously, you know, it's not easy to keep in shape
all
the time.
Guidetti. Racic did well enough at the far post to get it away. Rioja stepping in field. Gave it straight to Vass, and here's the break. Look at this. Guedes has got support from Gamero. Both of them are quick. Guedes takes it on, finds Gamero. Can he give Valencia the win? No, he cannot. Kevin Gamero balloons it over the bar. What an opportunity after a textbook counter-attack. Everything was right about it, apart from the last touch. Guedes did so well to race clear of the defence. And Gamero, he's got to bury this, hasn't he?
That's a game winner, Andy. He missed it.
And he missed it by a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it was very clever in the first goal, and here it was just rushing too much.
On his weaker left foot, he'd prefer it on his right, but no excuses really.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. That's, you know, the winner.
Well, will there be another chance? We've got at least 3 minutes. There'll probably be more because of the injury to Gaia.
But, you know, I just can't find you know, the reason why Alaves is letting Valencia having those clear counter-attack. I mean,
yeah.
You know,
committed so many men forward,
right.
didn't they?
That's right. If you can win it, don't lose it. I mean, keep a few players in the back and trying to win the game with less players. But they, you know, I think they believe they can do it.
Valencia certainly do. Here's Musa sending in a good-looking cross. LaGuardia had to be underneath. Musa winning the header. Gamero helps it on. Might reach Racic, and he balloons one over the bar now. A far more difficult chance. Not sure it was even really a chance for Racic. Might have been better served turning and playing it back across goal, but
yeah, you can tell that it's, you know, we've been playing for 96 minutes now. The players are really tired, not making the right decisions in the last third in front of goal. You know, you have to keep that coolness, and only the big players have that in this moment.
Okay, they certainly did everything right on the counter-attack. Obviously, he's fresher than most, having come on as a substitute during the game.
That's right.
But certainly no blame to him. He did everything that he should have done on that counter. We're in the last couple of minutes now. And it looks like it's going to be a point apiece after that miss by Gamero. But maybe there'll be time for another chance. Manu Vallejo can't quite loft it over Pacheco after LaGuardia just completely misjudged the long ball through. Vallejo, after the punt downfield by Vaz, look at LaGuardia, misses it completely.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite enough height.
I thought Gamero had the winner, but I was wrong.
And then we thought Vallejo had the winner.
That's right.
We were still wrong.
It's just very big mistake by LaGuardia, but it's a mistake as well by
Vaz with a bit of a tumble. Oh, and Pacheco has to be careful here. He is.
He nearly made the Piqué one.
Guidetti battling, handball. So there will be a chance for Valencia to get it forward again. Let's see that chance once more. LaGuardia, oh, nowhere near it. And Manu Vallejo was just missing 6 inches.
Yeah.
Alaves want to come forward again. Rioja. The 8 minutes are up, but the referee is allowing play to go on as Borja Sainz challenges here Lato. He's able to get it away. We might have another minute yet because of the injury to Gaia in stoppage time, and Valencia might try to profit from that. Look at the space opening up for Vallejo again. He's got Gamero here. Will Gamero get another chance? Tries to work it onto his right foot, now back onto his left. It takes a deflection and is scrambled away by Ruben Duarte. What a dramatic game it's been from start to finish, and that is the end. They have to settle for a point apiece, and probably Naim, I guess that's fair in the end. Alaves much better in the first half, Valencia in the second.
Yeah, I think it's a fair result. Great first half by Alaves, that's right, Andy. But you know, a lot of improvement by Valencia in this second half, and 1 or 2 chances in the end of the game. You know, great game. One part of each team, and obviously lovely game to watch.
Really enjoyable game from start to finish. Alaves taking the lead after 2 minutes through that man Shimon Navarro, who then won a penalty which was converted by Lucas Perez. Valencia in trouble, but 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes for Manu Vallejo and Hugo Guillamon got them back on level terms, and they had the chances to win it right until almost the last kick, but they could not quite do so. And so a highly entertaining game ends with both teams stretching their unbeaten runs a little further. Alaves now 4 without loss, Valencia 3 without loss, but they have lost their captain, Jose Gayal, will have to look out for that medical report when it comes through, probably tomorrow. But an exhilarating game at the Mendizorroza, and it has finished. Valencia nicking a point in the end. Could have been all three. Full time, Alaves 2, Valencia 2.
Así es, compañeros, estamos...
Well,